Hey, what's up guys, the Explanation Bros here. Today, I'll explain a war drama movie, Ashes in the Snow. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins with a picture of the map of Lithuania. The text on the screen states that Lithuania was among the seized by Joseph Stalin's Red Army, and the innocent declared enemies of the Soviet regime. We see a beautiful forest with a couple of teenagers running through it. They go skinny dipping in the ocean, until we're back in the present. It was a quick glimpse through the memory of one of the teenage girls. She was reminiscing after seeing a semi-nude painting of a teenage girl. Lena, the teenage girl, is really into art. We see her working on a charcoal drawing in the next scene before her father comes home. He gives her a small briefcase of art supplies, promising to restock it before her summer arts program. Her father asks if she likes it, and she readily agrees, but shares the doubt that she'll be accepted in the summer arts program. It'd be a shame if everyone thought like her, because then no one would apply. They have to accept students and there's no reason why she wouldn't be one. She smiles. At night, Elena and Kostas are arguing with Lena, watching quietly by the door. Elena is pleading for Kostas to be realistic. He asks her how he's being unrealistic, and she points out that he's encouraging Lena to apply for the summer arts program. He asks her if she's telling him off for believing in their kids, and Elena argues that Lena needs to stop living in her head. Kostas pleads Elena to stop thinking only for the family. They need to help others while they can. Lena is on her way to visit a store when she notices the closed sign. She hears a car stops behind her and out of nowhere. A couple of men stop an old man on a bike to force him inside the car. As Lena watches, she gets told off by a uniformed man and he shouts for her to move along, with which she readily complies. She walks away and briefly glances back at the abandoned bike in the middle of the street. When Lena gets home, she finds a small letter waiting for her. It's the summer arts program which she applied to. Elena tells her that it's a miracle it came, since it's been difficult to get mails recently. She asks Lena if she'll open it, and Lena answers that she'll wait for Kostas to get home so she can open it with him. Nighttime comes and uniformed man barges in Lena's house to round them up. The family without Kostas is forcing to climb up the military trucks. An old man recognizes Elena and asks about Kostas. Elena assumes he knows where he is, but he tells her that he was going to ask her. Another man pipes up to tell them that they have him already and will kill all of them. The older man Elena was talking to tells him off. When they reach their destination, the uniformed men try to take Jonas away from Elena and Lena, but Elena begs him to let Jonas stay with them. She hands him a silver jewelry in exchange for Jonas. The family and people they're with board a train next. It is full with barely any space to sit, much less lie. The following days are uneventful, until one day, one of their fellow passenger baby dies. Ona, the baby's mother, cries out in anguish, as Elena and another woman comforts her. They make a stop and Elena begs one of the uniformed man, Nikolai, to allow her and Ona to bury the baby. Nikolai refuses. They resume their journey and Ona continues to cling to her baby and cry. The other passengers are unable to do anything but watch as she hugs her baby tighter. They think it'll be best for everyone to let go for everyone's health. Elena goes to try and talk some sense to Ona. She tells her that the baby is with God now, as she slowly pulls the baby away from Ona. In one quick motion, Elena drops the baby through a hole that's on the train floor and hugs Ona. After 6 weeks, the train finally stops at Altai region in Siberia. The passenger starts disembarking with the help of the uniformed men. We see Ona, barefoot and delirious, making her way towards a group of passengers. One of the uniformed men asks her to stop. She turns around and continues walking. Another man asks her to stop, and this time, she starts running. Two men successfully stops her and drags her back. She's trying to fight them off, crying and muttering about her baby. Commander Komarov tells the two men carrying her to stop, and they drop her in front of him. He tells her to stand up, asking her where her baby is. Ona starts walking, intent to show him where her baby is. Commander Komarov pulls out a gun without Ona knowing, asking her what her baby's name is. Ona was about to answer when he shoots her from behind. Commander Komarov tells Lena, her family, and the rest of the passengers that they are guilty of treason, a crime which is punishable by death. However, as reprieved, they're given a life sentence of labor instead. Aside from that, he also offers them a deal. If they sign a confession, their sentence is reduced to 25 years and granted full amnesty. But Elena shakes her head and tells the room that if they sign, they betray themselves since there's nothing to confess. Commander Komarov comes up to tell her that there is a fine line between honesty and stupidity. He leaves and tells his men that everyone are to stay standing until sunrise or they sign. Commander Komarov offers Elena a chance to be a translator at a post office in Turishiak. She refuses. He tells her that she doesn't fail to amuse, that she is bold and defiant just like her husband, was insinuating that Kostas is gone. Back in the fields, Lena catches one of the women stealing beets. The woman was one of those who signed the deal and was allowed to visit the trading post. Lena tries to convince her to smuggle a letter she wrote for her father, but the woman shouts for her to stay away. Andreas, the boy Lena meets while on the train, visits them at night to hand over some stuff he got for her and her family. She shows him a drawing she did and the admission letter that she still hasn't opened. Andreas tells her that he thinks she got in, and even if she didn't, it was their mistake. The two have a moment. but they both snap out of it, with Lena standing up to go back inside. Andreas asks if he should come another night, and Lena agrees, but only if he wants to. The next day, those working in the fields are being told off because their harvests have been underweight for the whole week. Nikolai approaches Elena to ask the group why. Commander Komarov arrives asking what the problem is, and Nikolai informs him. Elena tells them that it's been colder and the ground harder, which is why there's less to be harvested. As Commander Komarov looks at each of the laborer, he catches the older woman earlier with stolen beads in her pockets. She points at Lena, telling them that she has a map and plans to escape. Commander Komarov asks what the punishment should be, and Nikolai decides to remove rations for everyone, but Commander Komarov doesn't think it's enough and wants Nikolai to shoot the older woman in the head as well. Nikolai has no choice and separates the older woman. He forces her to turn around and kneel before shooting her. Commander Komarov knows it's Nikolai's first time killing, so he tells him he did well before leaving. Commander Komarov meets Lena in his office, showing her the drawing she did of her and Andreas, and asking where she got her material. He hands her a pad and a pencil. He wants her to draw him. Lena isn't expecting this, and Commander Komarov tells her again to draw him. Lena finally stands up to take the pen and pad and starts sketching him. She finishes and hands him the drawing back. She drew him as evil and angry. The next Van Gogh, he tells the soldier that's accompanying them before dismissing her. A couple of uniformed men raid the house that Lena and her family is staying at, searching for her art and materials. They find the map she drew, take her outside and burns it in front of her. Everybody is celebrating Christmas at Lena's and her family's place. Everyone is singing, but they stop when someone knocks on the door. It's Andreas, and he brought everybody gifts. As the night ends and everyone is leaving, Lena runs after Andreas after bidding him a good night. They share a tender kiss. Nikolai visits Elena. He hands her a sack filled with gifts and asks her if she remembers his name. She asks what he wanted, and he shows her a file he had with him. He says it's the reason why they were brought to Siberia. The folder was filled with documents of people Kostas had helped escaped. Nikolai tells her that he helped everyone and risked children when he knew nobody could be saved. He tells her that Kostas was killed after they left. He apologizes before attempting to kiss her, in which Elena started to fight back. Nikolai goes to assault Elena. She tells him that he can take whatever he wanted, but she'll never be his. It seems to shake Nikolai, stepping away and leaving her. As Nikolai is returning to his cabin, he runs into a Russian guard who has been annoying him about his Ukrainian heritage. He finally has enough and attacks him viciously, almost beating the man to death. Commander Komarov witnesses this and tells him that he's promoting and transferring him to Trofimov's, which is in the WWII Sea. He claims it is to toughen Nikolai up since he feels too much. Commander Komarov knows that Nikolai is interested in Elena and tells him that he'll let her bring Elena and her whole family as a gift to him. When they reach the island of Trofimov's, it is obvious that the travel has made Elena weak. It shows while they're building their camp with Elena almost passing out due to hard work. Winter has come and it seems Elena's condition is worsening. A doctor came to visit Nikolai but is also checking on the other people. Elena begs Nikolai not to let Lena and Jonas suffer, asking him to remember their names. Lena arrives and tells Nikolai to step away from her mother. He complies and asks the doctor to leave with him, as it's getting cold, implying Lena was being cold with him. One night, Elena finally tells Lena of her father's death. She makes a promise to remember what her father did for her family and for hundreds more. She asks her to tell Jonas when the time is right. As the day breaks, Lena asks Elena to open the admission letter with her. Lena was accepted to the summer program. As she's reading her letter, Elena dies next to Lena and Jonas. Lena heads towards Nikolai's cabin. Angry and determined, she tells him that she has come in behalf of the people being held against their will. She starts demanding food, proper clothes, and medicine. Nikolai invites her to have a drink with him, but Lena ignores him and repeats herself. Nikolai throws the glass he's been holding away and grabs Lena by the neck, choking her. He asks her if he should finish with her what he started with her mother. Lena tells him that she's gone. Nikolai lets her go. Before leaving, Lena drops a drawing of Nikolai and tells him that she sees him. Lena and Jonas, with the help of the other people they are with, go to bury their mother. They are able to give Elena proper burial. Nikolai is shown as well tying up a letter that contains 2 sibling names, signs and stamps it. He takes a look at the picture he has kept on the locket he's been keeping for a long time, lets out a breath, and smiles. The next day, a Russian guard knocks on Nikolai's door and comes in to greet him. He sees Nikolai hanging from the ceiling, the locket by his feet. The heading for the letter he was typing for the siblings is shown Declaration of Amnesty. The letter contains the siblings' freedom. The siblings are shown to be walking towards a ship. Andrei's voice can be heard as he narrated the story of Jurate and Castitis. The movie ends with healthy-looking Lena waiting on a beach. She turns and we see Andreas standing not too far from her. She starts walking back to him. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.